Hey, welcome to the Comma Depot. My name's Paul, and today in the shop I've got this Victa 2-stroke vac and blow in for repair. It's got some pretty obvious fuel system issues that I'll show you in a minute, and it needs a new catcher cartridge. So we'll see if that's still available and see if we can get that. Victa used to be a great company, Australian company that made some fantastic lawnmowers back in the day, and great collectible items now, and good fun to restore. This is made of a lot of plastic. I believe the impeller in this is metal, the mulching impeller, so that's one good thing. But the rest of the machine's very plastic, fantastic, and yeah, just sad to see them making machinery nowadays have so much plastic. But anyway, let's try and keep it out of landfill. Let's fix it up and see if we can get it back to work. Okay, so the first thing we've got straight off the bat that I can see needs doing is the fuel tank. It's got a tiny little hole in it just there, maybe a 10mm by 5mm hole. So we're going to have to plastic weld that, which is not a huge deal, but we can fix that. Or we could use an epoxy, but I think we'll plastic weld it. And the priming bulb or purge bulb is completely had it, rotted away, so we need to fit a new one of those. And these fuel lines are very hard, so we'll replace those as well, and then we'll see where we go from there. So let's make a start with this purge bulb. We'll take the fuel tank off, and then we will have a go at this, and we'll fix fuel tank, put it back on. Okay, so to remove the fuel tank, there's 3 screws. There's one here, one under there, and one under there. I'll just take them out. Now, I've already taken the 2 bottom ones out, save us a bit of time, but you can see one there and one there. Now, these fuel lines are terrible, so we'll replace those. Pull that off. There's our fuel tank. Now, here's our little broken purge bulb. If we can get this other line off. Come on, there we go. Let's take that out. So there's 4 screws holding the little bezel thing that goes around it, holding that on. Let's take this air filter off, give us a bit of room, this air filter cover. Now, you should be able to just lift that all the way. Carburetor will try and fall apart. There is some very fine, like gasket. Come on. It's okay, if that wants to lift out, we'll lift that out. Don't lose that. That works as a gasket and a bit of a fuel pump. Now, take the little cover off. Now, if you go onto eBay or Amazon, you can buy boxes of these little priming bulbs for next to nothing. You can either buy just the bulb or the assembly. Some like whippersnippers, brush cutters, things will have a separate assembly clipped into the side of the housing. Others have it straight on the carburetor like this one. So we just want a new little bowl. Push that over and then reassemble this. Not forgetting our little diaphragm. There's a tiny little screen in there, a fuel screen. You can see if it's clear or not. Give it a clean, but yeah, be very careful. Don't blow it out with compressed air, or you'll blow it for 6. But this all looks in pretty good shape. And then we can just put that back on. Like that. 4 screws. Just a bit loose at first. And you can snug them down. I like to go cross at angles. Right, that's that part done. To replace this fuel line, we can take out this a little bung here that goes through the fuel tank. Oh dear, look at that. That is really blocked, so replace that as well. So, okay, we can pull that through the bung. Again, you can buy rolls of fuel line, very cheap, just on eBay or Amazon, or from your local lawnmower shop. So that's that one. Just hold it, measure it. Same with this one. These have really dried out and shrunk. It's a little bit longer. This is just a return line. Now, to make it easier to push the hose through the grommet, just spray it with a little bit of spray lubricant like WD-40, which I know is not really a lubricant, but spray it with that anyway. And if you find your hose is hard to push through, just cut the end of the hose at a bit of an angle so it's a bit pointy, and then that'll get it started for you. There we go. Then you can grip that with your pliers and pull it through. That's that one. So that one's going to be the fuel hose, fuel pickup hose. Cut that back off flat, put on the new filter. And then it's just the fuel return line. Which we'll do the same. Cut off the point. A little bit of easy slide. Grip with your pliers. Pull it through. Come on. So, and that's your return line. Your fuel pickup. Back in the tank. Reinstall your little grommet. Again, might need a bit of a spray just to help it slide back in. Bit of a push. Go on. That's it. Okay. It's not quite in. Alright. Tank back on. We'll repair the tank while it's on. That's no big deal. There's one screw there, one underneath this side. So, it's fuel tank back on. Now, if you forget which hose goes to which fitting on the carburetor, like I just have, you can simply squeeze the primer bowl, put your finger over the inlets. That's it, and just feel for the one with suction. And that's your pickup line, and the other is your return. And you can just push them on. Maybe a pair of pliers and do it. line and a return line. Pull a bit more through from that. Okay, pick up and returns are connected. Good, put the air back on. For fixing this fuel tank, the first thing I'm going to do is rough up the area well with a bit of, I've got some 60 grit sandpaper. Just really get that a good rough up. It's pretty good. Bit of acetone on a rag. Give that a bit of a rub, nice and clean. Now I've got some donor plastic here, which is of the same type of plastic. Now this is off of a spare fuel cap stop. You know, it stops your fuel cap from falling out. So it's the same sort of fuel resistant plastic. That's what this is made of. So we're going to start by heating up a screwdriver nice and hot. Just starting to glow now, that should be okay. We might be able to melt some of this plastic onto it. Like that, and then on to the hole. There we go. More plastic on, come on, before it loses its temperature. That's it, and then we're just basically building it up, filling that hole up. Nice dollop of plastic on the end of your screwdriver and just apply it. Screwdriver's hot, you can smooth it over, seal the holes. Now I noticed there was a little crack just running down here, so we'll just seal that. Just smooth that over a bit, that's it. Okay, that's our hole fixed. Okay, it's got fuel in it. And it's not leaking anymore. Not the prettiest repair, but it's fixed. Let's see if it even starts before we go any further. Let's put the choke on. Pump out of the primer. Comes for fuel, switch on, check off. Doesn't stay running. Okay, so as you can see here in the manual, it's supposed to have a cartridge style catcher, which actually looks pretty easy to empty and pretty convenient. It just sort of clips in there. Now, I've been on to Bunnings, which is who sold these machines, and they still sell parts for it. So they still have the catcher assembly available. Now, here it is here. So it's kind of, chuck that box out of the way, it's kind of unique. It's like I say, it's like a cartridge. Pull the lever to remove it. Only has a small bag, but for doing your porch or whatever, I suppose. What more do you need? That goes in there. That unlocks. I'm not sure how this goes together, but like that. And then that locks it. And that's that assembled. Now, part number for that bag, if you need one of these, the Victa part number is VB00116. The Bunnings part number is 0047140, and they're about $70, so they're not that cheap. That should be it. We'll take it out and see if it sucks or if it sucks. Does seem to work okay. It sucks pretty well. You've got a switch here, you can turn it to blow, so you can blow leaves out the way. We might have a go of that in a second. It's good for getting into these little nooks and crannies around the garden beds and sucking the leaves out of there. So there you have it, Victa Vac and Blow, back to life, back in service. I've got some other exciting projects coming up. I'm going to restore a vintage steam generator, steam cleaning machine from about the 1940s or 50s. If you're interested in that sort of thing, please like, subscribe so you get to watch those videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one, guys. Take care. Let's see how the blower works. Actually works pretty good. Feel a bit like Sadie the cleaning lady with this thing outside in the garden, but well, it does what it's supposed to. Thanks again, guys. Take care.